The Book of Tobias, from the Apocrypha, Chapter 1. Actually, let me read to you what it's about. This book takes its name from the holy man Tobias, whose wonderful virtues are herein recorded. It contains most excellent documents of great piety, extraordinary patience, and a perfect resignation of God's will. His humble prayer was heard, and the angel Raphael was sent to him to relieve him. He is thankful and praises the Lord, calling on the children of Israel to do the same. Having lived to the age of 102 years, he exhorts his son and grandsons to piety, foretells the destruction of Nineveh and the rebuilding of Jerusalem. He dies happily. Chapter 1. Tobias's early piety, his works of mercy, particularly in burying the dead. Tobias of the tribe of the city of Naphtali, which is in the upper parts of Galilee above Nason, beyond the way that leadeth to the west, having on the left hand of the city Sephet. When he was made captive in the days of Salmanasar, the king of the Assyrians, even in his captivity, forsook not the way of truth. But every day he gave all he could to his brethren, his fellow captives, that were of his kindred. And when he was younger than any of the tribe of Naphtali, yet he did no childish thing in his work. Moreover, when all went to the golden calves which Jehoiakim, king of Israel, had made, he was alone, and he alone fled the company of all, and went to Jerusalem to the temple of the Lord, and there adored the Lord God of Israel, offering faithfully all of his first fruits and his tithes. So that in the third year he gave all of his tithes to the proselytes and strangers. These are such things did he observe but when he was a boy, according to the law of God. But when he was a man, he took a wife, Anna, of his own tribe, and had by her a son, whom he called after his own name. And from his infancy he taught him to fear God and to abstain from all sin. And when by the captivity he and his wife and son and all tribe had come to the city of Nineveh, when all ate the meats of the Gentiles, he kept his soul and was never defiled with their meats. And because he was mindful of the Lord with all his heart, God gave him favor in the sight of Salmanasar the king. And he gave him leave to go whithersoever he would, with liberty to do whatever he had in mind. He therefore went to all that were in captivity and gave them wholesome admonitions. And when he came to the rages, a city of Medes, and had 10 talents of silver, of that which he had been honored by the king. And when amongst a great multitude of his kindred he saw Gabelius in want, who was one of his tribe, taking a note of his hand, he gave him the aforesaid sum of money. But after a long time, Salmanasar the king being dead, when Sennacherib his son, who reigned in his place, had a hatred for the children of Israel, Tobias daily went among all of his kindred and comforted them, and distributed to every one what he was able out of his goods. He fed the hungry and gave clothes to the naked, and was careful to bury the dead and them that were slain. And when King Sennacherib had come back, fleeing from Judah by reason of the slaughter that God had made about him for his blasphemy, and being angry slew many of the children of Israel, Tobias buried their bodies. But when it was told the king, he commanded him to be slain and took away all of his substances. But Tobias, fleeing naked away from his sons and his wife, lay concealed, for many loved him. But after 45 days the king was killed by his own sons. And Tobias returned to his house, and all his substances were restored to him. Whew.